our spirits and enjoy the company of kindred souls.
Amen.
Amen.
Thank you. Gotta love that. All right, so let us sing our first song, which is Let There Be Peace. If you haven't already done so, you can have it memorized. You can find the words on the card there. So, Let There Be Peace. Do an opening prayer, or do you want me to?
You go ahead.
All right. All right. Source Creator, raise us up each and every day to feel divine love, to open to divine love, and to express divine love through us in all we do. At this time, we're going to sing another hymn, or we're going to sing a hymn. Which one have we got?
Joyful, joyful, we adore thee, page 27. Joyful, joyful, we adore thee, God of glory, Lord of love. Hearts unfold like flowers before thee, opening to the sun above. Melt the clouds of sin and sadness, drive the dark of doubt away. Giver of immortal gladness, fill us with the light of day. All your works with joy surround thee, earth and heaven reflect thy rays. Winds and angels sing around thee, center of unbroken praise. Field and forest, vale and mountain, flowery meadow, flashing sea, chanting birds and flowing fountain, call us to rejoice in thee. Always giving and forgiving, ever blessing, ever blessed, wellspring of the joy of living, ocean depth of happy rest. Thou our Father, Christ our brother, all who live in love are thine. Learn us how to love each other, lift us with the joy divine. Mortals join the mighty chorus, which the morning stars began. Father love is reigning o'er us, brother love binds man to man. Ever singing, march we onward, victors in the midst of strife. Joyful muse us, lives asunder in the joy
Awesome. All right, well, as everyone knows, I'm Sue Brewer. I'm the Board of Trustees President, and our speaker today is Barbara With. She will be talking about From Attend to Belong, Why Membership Matters. And other announcements that we have today, a Unity Book Group, Monday night, 6:30, menus for the impulsive living. November 2nd, Robert's morning meditation, the first Sunday meditation at 9 o'clock. And we'll get to that in just a minute. Also on November 2nd, Pam Lasasso, who was our speaker on the 28th of September, she offered free 5-minute consultations, quick readings, if you are a member. So she did that last week, and she's not available today, so she's going to do it again next week. So don't miss out on that. Mine was awesome, so I loved it. Anyway, the Sunday questions. For those of you who might want to hang out and do the Sunday questions, these have been kind of hanging out for a while, so let's get done with these, okay? Set up some new ones. All right, so the first one is, do you have to believe in Jesus to be saved? And are we a metaphysical church, a spiritualist church? Define both. So those are the questions that you, after some munching on food downstairs, you can kind of talk about later. All right, so this another thing on the agenda today is, of course, the annual meeting. So I'm not going to go into big rah-rah about that right now. You'll see it soon enough. On the seats, though, you should find a copy of the agenda that I have printed out and a copy of last year's meeting's minutes. So if you want to read through those or look through those at some point, or just glance through them or whatever, we might give you some time during the annual meeting to look at those, because we will have to vote on the minutes, but it'll give you an idea where we are on the agenda. And speaking of getting back to next Sunday, don't forget to turn your clocks back, ladies and gentlemen. It's fall back. So, yeah, just don't literally fall, okay? Nobody wants to fall. So just turn the clocks back and make sure that you know that, because then when you get here at 8 o'clock in the morning and Robert's not here, it's like, okay. So whatever time you get here. So, yeah, don't forget. And then next week, our speaker is Heidi Wanzek. She's an artist of high caliber. Debbie can tell you more about her show, and she will be speaking next week. And her art installation was something about pushing the threshold. And her talk this week, or next week, is going to be exploring the threshold. So get ready for that. Does anyone else have any other announcements? Oh, I do have one more, sorry. The big announcement was we had a blast last night. For all of those who missed it last night, we had a blast and we all got really high on sweets. So, and we do have some leftovers, so please help us enjoy them again today. So we also, the silent auction table in the library is open. We are not going to close down the auction just yet. We're going to keep it open for a while, so for 2 weeks. Okay. All we have to do is remember for Monday's book club, we'll figure that out. So, yeah, if you see something on there and you want to bid on it, go for it, because we're going to keep it open for another 2 weeks, and that's, so we have more bids and stuff. Okay, any other announcements? All right, then let's get on to our principles. Yeah, and you'll find them on the white card. I had to look. We believe God is the eternal source and creator of all and is present in everything. Our eternal soul, endowed with free will, grows through many lifetimes. Communication occurs between the physical and spiritual worlds. Prayer and meditation strengthen our connection to the divine. All healing comes from Source. Seeking this for ourselves and compassion for others' suffering is the highest priority. Because we are all one, What we do unto others, we do unto ourselves. The choice of love is always open for every soul. Living these principles leads us to grow in divine love. Now, at this point, we'll be bringing forward the healing bowl in a moment. But if you have, does anybody have any prayer requests they'd like to get out right away? Come on up, Carolyn.
I have two today, and one is continuing with Harriet. She's still in the rehab center, and we want to keep lifting her up. And we know now that the issue had originated in her spine. In the beginning, it was all a mystery. So, lifting Harriet up. Second is Gaia. This is a very big time now until the solstice. Many of us are following different pathways of information. This happens to be the one that I'm following. However, it's a potent time for our earth and for all of us to be dropping into as much simplicity as we can, allot as much time in nature as we can, emptying our minds to be ready for the great infusion of energies coming at the solstice about December 20th. So for all of us in humanity and the earth, and for us personally, prayers that way. Thank you.
Continued prayers for my friend Carmen and her breast cancer. And she ended up in the hospital on the verge of extinction and came out the other side. Not only was it much better prognosis, but they have apparently in Romania a new biological treatment for such things that's even more affordable. So prayers work. Keep them up.
Any other prayer requests at this time? Debbie, would you please bring forth the bowl, the healing bowl? Remember that our healing bowl is always active. Whether you put a prayer request in on a little slip of paper or intentionally, they are prayed over. And so we're going to ring the singing bowl for a moment of silence, and then we will read the prayer for spiritual healing on the white card. Oh, Kimberly, you want to do the bowl? You're the expert. I don't have to. Yeah, you're the expert right here.
Because I'm going to do Reiki over the bowl.
The Reiki bowl.
I know you know how to do it. Oh, this is a little different.
As the great unseen healing force to remove all obstructions from my mind and body and to restore me to perfect health. I ask this in all sincerity and honesty, and I will do my part. I ask this great unseen healing force to help both present and absent ones who are in need of help and to restore them to perfect health. We put our trust in the love and power of God. You doing a healing meditation?
Are we going to sing in the silence?
Yeah. I keep
But
forgetting.
no,
yes.
no, I'm not.
Oh, you're not?
No, we're going to get on to
Okay. So let's just sing in the silence. We are not going to do a healing meditation. We don't want to take up 3 hours of time. So yeah, we'll sing In the Silence, and then we'll have Barbara speak.
In the silence, there is a sacred place, a secret meeting place. Love is there. In the silence, there every color blends, and every rainbow ends. God is there. In the light, you will find that you know peace of mind. In the silence, your path is paved with gold, and all your dreams unfold. Love is there. Peace is there. Truth is there. God is there. Well, first, I just want to say thank you to everybody who came last night and enjoyed the music. Barb, my friend Barb, we've known each other for decades, and we're old now. And we're like, we made it to 8 o'clock. I sang for a whole half hour straight. She really enjoyed herself. So, but anyway, I just wanted to talk a little bit to address this whole idea of membership, because this is what we do every year. We try to build our membership, and what does it really mean? And I know we all have a special story of how we came here and what age we came here. You were in 8th grade. I love that. I came in 1998. Some have been, we all had our pathway here. But somewhere there comes a difference between just attending and actually belonging. And so I just wanted to explore a little bit of the difference of those things. So, so there's a really big difference between visiting somebody's house and coming in and having a meal and going home to your family. It's a belonging, and it's a comfort and a connection and a community. And so that's kind of how I was thinking about the difference of this. So when we attend, we show up, and we worship, and we sit in the pew, and we may leave having a better experience for it. But when we belong and we're members, we're actually connected and we have these relationships. And that's what I love about this church, is that these relationships go back decades. So the richness of our community, I think, is very apparent. And also, I think when we go to attend something, like we're going to go attend the football game or we're going to go attend the play, we're there to be entertained, right? We're going to go attend something so that you can get something. When you belong, you go to give something. You go in to give to each other every week when we see each other. And I think there's a big difference in that. And of course, all are welcome. No one has to feel like they have to be a part of a family. It's messy being a part of the family. And when I went from, well, I don't really know when I went from attending to actually being a member. I don't remember. But I do remember very specifically for me after COVID, when I dropped in on the church and everybody was in such, rightfully so, a sad sack position. And I think for me that's when the shift happened from just being something where, you know, I could come and be the speaker and I can be the singer, but now I can give. I can give to this church that has given to me for so long. And so, yeah, I signed up and got on the board, and it's messy. It just is. It's just nothing personal to, it's every single board who's ever been on boards. I mean, you know how messy boards are. And yet still, it's one of the best boards I've ever been on for all of our foibles, because I really feel like I belong, like we're family. We're better than my family was. You know, like, so and attending can become a habit. Surely, you know, you can come to church, but belonging means then that we really start to know each other and know more than just each other's names. And as bad as I am with names, it's taken me decades to remember names sometimes, but now that I'm a member and I belong, it's something that I want to do more of. I want to know everybody. And I want to welcome those people that wander through our doors. I mean, I don't live in Duluth, so I don't have the pulse on the everyday what happens at the church, but I know that people have come by because they've seen our flags, because they were wandering by. They come in at referral to others who have loved the church. And I think that's something we as members and family members can think about in growing our congregation. Is that, you know, my mom, at the end of her life, I hired these two wonderful women, and they were both Jehovah's Witnesses. And it was much different than I thought. Just wonderful women, but they go out all the time to tell people the good word. And that kind of outreach, that's kind of a personal thing, you know, where you feel like you're a member of this community, and so you want other people in the community to be able to get this sense of family and spiritual, true compassion in this church. There really is. So, and I think lastly, I would just say that for many years, this has been my church of preference. I've attended others. There's a church on Madeline Island where I live. I'm not a member of it. I attend to it. But sometimes people come to church because they want to know what God is going to do. You know, what's God doing? What's happening in the world of God? And I think when we belong to a community, it's more like, how can I have God work through me? Rather than, you know, what can God do for me? How can I serve God? And I think that because we serve each other, even just last night, you know, I don't know, what do we have, 15 people? I mean, through the generosity of everyone who donated and everyone, I think we made about $350, which is, and more to come. Yes, and more to come. So in our experiment to fundraise, you know, we served each other and letting God serve through us. So if you're not a member yet, I hope that you will be, just because there's something very rich and important in the mess, something very sacred in the longevity of community like we have here. And I'm very, very excited to be voted in again. So anyway, thank you. Meeting, we're going to, for those of you on Zoom listening, we're going to cut to the meeting. If you're in town, there's still time to get down here if you're not here, but, all right.
All right. Well, agenda. Let's see.